Before we begin today's episode, we wanted to announce that we have officially launched our Patreon, where you can find exclusive content, engage with North Coast, and get access to perks like recordings from live shows, freestyle tips and tricks, and Patreon-only episodes. Whoa, you're getting access. For top-tier patrons, we'll even have pre-order links for live events and virtual freestyle lessons. Sign me up. So visit patreon.com/North Coast Podcast and help your favorite hip-hop improv team thrive. Hey, welcome to the North Coast Podcast. We are a podcast that does hip-hop improv comedy. We interview amazing guests, and then we improvise songs based on those interviews. But today we're going to do a little improv comedy for you, and let's introduce ourselves first. First off, I am Douglas Widick.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Heirloom.
Ooh.
Love it. Tight crew today. We're here at Sweet Tea Studio in Brooklyn, and we're going to chat a little bit and do some songs inspired by our check-in. How's it going, RJ?
It's going good. You know, when you pointed up, I just noticed that the bricks are kind of like whitewashed a little bit.
Yeah.
That's such a cool, whenever I watch housing design shows, they're always like, I whitewashed these bricks, and it looks very nice and looks kind of like aged a bit. I like that type of aesthetic here.
Right,
Adds some natural accent color to the room.
Yeah, it is nice, right? I feel like it was probably patching up like a problem when they did it.
Oh, yeah.
But now that you put your HGTV spin on it, like you're basically Chip and Joanna Gaines in one human being right now.
Yeah, Chip and Joanna Gaines. We all know them, of course.
Nobody else has a mom who can watch 10 plus hours straight of HGTV on a flight.
My mom does that at home. She'll have 2 or 3 glasses of Chardonnay, watch HGTV, watch the cooking channel. She likes the Property Brothers. I know that. So I know the Property Brothers. Those are people I know, but I'm not the other folks you mentioned.
Okay. Chip and Joanna Gaines, and then there's also Aaron and Ben Napier.
Okay.
Shout outs to like all these, like, I feel like the couples that they have on these shows are always very performing, happy, like their happy relationship. I want to see an HGTV show where they get in like a super authentic like couples fight halfway through. It's always like, we solved that problem, we sawed that wood, we put those studs, and we made that house, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it'd be great if they were like, no, I need a personal office in the house. Well, you know what? Get an office. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I think it would even be more powerful if they were like, if you do that, I need a personal office. And then the other person was like, we'll talk about it at home. And then they moved on. Because I feel like that's even more real if they're like, we'll talk about this later. Or like that, or like the annoyance in their face of their partner's conversation.
Right now.
Yeah.
Tense subtext on HGTV.
Yeah.
That is a show I feel like a lot of people would watch because it would be like the best of reality TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if the Real Housewives of Atlanta had like a home improvement show, like it would just be like
I would be obsessed with that Real Housewives building a home. Yeah, it would be like Jimmy Carter, Sonia Morgan, Chip and Joanna Gaines. I would watch that show. Like 95-year-old Jimmy Carter just like slowly hammering a nail, and then Sonia Morgan being like, "Where's iced tea? Where's iced tea? You know what? Can I get a man in no shirt around here? You know, or something like that." Like one of the housewives, and then Chip and Joanna Gaines just being like, "We did a detailed 3D model of your future reinvented, remodeled barn."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all ever watch any of the cooking shows?
I used to really like what's her name? Giada
De Laurentiis.
Giada. I
Yeah.
used to like
Giada.
that one.
What was Giada's thing?
I don't know. I think I just really appreciated her manicure as she was chopping the ingredients.
Yeah.
But the one that I like right now is the grocery one where they're like in a grocery store and they're like, "Quick, you got 5 minutes to gather your ingredients and cook something delicious for us." What is it, Guy Fieri's grocery games or grocery?
Is that what it is?
I think
Fieri's
something like
grocery games?
I think it's something like that.
A lot
If
of
not-
G's. I like that.
Yeah, you know, you can't go
that's
wrong
right
with
in line with that.
alliteration. Yeah.
How much money do they give them? Like, is inflation been factored into this show
I
yet?
don't even know. I don't even think it's that much money because
Is
I don't watch real TV that much. I just
Okay.
watch TV on my computer. I just watch TV when I'm home. But I don't know. I think it's something like $10,000 or like
to shop with.
No. I think maybe
Just
they
take 'em
win
down to the
that.
restaurant.
I think they win that, and then they're in the grocery store. They could literally just grab whatever they need from the grocery store. But I think they do have challenges sometimes where they're like, okay, you have $30 budget. What can you do with this? Or like, we need you to feature this particular ingredient. What are you gonna do to it?
Yeah,
So-
doo-doo. What would you do if you had $30? I'm sorry, that was so dumb.
Oh yeah,
What-
doo-doo. I'm a 5-year-old boy on the podcast. RJ's over here raising the bar.
Well, so if you had $30 to go shopping with to make
$30.
$30
$30.
What would you do with $30 at the grocery store?
What would you do with $30 at the grocery store? What would you do with $30 at the grocery store?
I'm gonna tell you what I'll do with $30.
What?
A tuna fucking melt, and then I'll holler.
Uh-huh.
I'll put some mayo on the bread, and then I'll put the mustard. Then I'll put the tuna in the frying pan, and then I'll make sure that it's hot. And then the bread will be toasted a lot, because I'll make that shit, and my heart will flutter. Both sides of toast with plenty of butter.
What would you do with $30 at the grocery store? What would you do with $30 at the grocery store? Yeah, over here, go and get you a pack of almonds. Yeah, almonds, non-salted almonds. Yeah, open it right in the store. Eat them down to the dang core. Get one fillet of salmon. Yeah, put it on the grill and it's demanded. Eat that one salmon at the grocery store.
What would you do with $30 at the grocery store?
One salmon.
What would you do with $30 at the grocery store?
If I had $30 at a grocery store, I'd buy some cereal and maybe more. Get that almond milk, get that oat milk. You know, maybe some of that silk. And, you know, I'll get some eggs. You know, we live in large. Because, you know, when I make them egg muffins, I stay in charge.
Hey, what would you do with $30 at the grocery store?
Milk and eggs. What would you do with $30 at the grocery store?
Salmon.
Whoa. Wow. The bot that all the suburban families are going to be. Yeah.
They're like, well, listen to this. This is that good rap.
This is that informative grocery rap.
I love it when they rap about groceries. I can relate.
Groceries and daytime TV,
HGTV.
PTA meetings.
Yep, this is now a show geared towards people who stay at home during the day. During the workday.
There's a lot of money on that.
Yeah, right. Arabelle, I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you. How are you doing? How's your life?
Oh my goodness, I'm feeling so good right now. I just I got a role in this production called Puerto Rican, which will be opening in Hoboken on the 1st of March. And it's a really, really interesting story about parenthood and race and culture. And I get to be this sort of like ethereal presence on the stage, providing sound effects and beats and supporting the person who wrote this, which was Gabriel Hernandez. And I'm really, really excited. So I'm like in super rehearsals for that. We're just starting our second week of rehearsals. So I'm like grinding. But it feels really, really good to be busy. Yeah. And it's kind of like opening up my own creativity, because I'm like watching him do his thing and he's watching me do my thing, and I'm like, oh, we might be like, I think you're one of us, and he's like, you might be one of me, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. So it's fun. I'm really glad that I get to continue creating and expanding on the and, you know, looping.
So are you acting and beatboxing in the show?
Well, Mainly I'm providing like loops and beatboxing, but I do have a couple of lines and there are a couple songs that I sing, but it's not a show about me. It's about a new father who has a baby, and he's half Puerto Rican, so his son is going to be a quarter Puerto Rican, so it's called Puerto Rican. And he's just wondering, like, how Latino is my son going to be, and like how much of this culture is going to be like shared with him. How is he going to be able to represent, or is he just going to be like another white man when he grows up? So it's a really interesting conversation that he's having with himself. And I'm providing like beats and like some like sound effects. We're in a park and I get to like do like bird noises and like be a baby and like
wow.
What's your baby sound?
Oh, I did like a
Damn, that's a good
or
baby.
do like a or
ooh, I want to sample that for a 90s beat.
That's like
that
a Missy
Aaliyah.
Elliott
That's
song.
that Aaliyah. Yeah, that's
Missy Elliott or Janet Jackson song.
Yeah, and the one that I like being a crow. I'm just like that's like
oh, that's
we
good.
love that. That's
my
good.
favorite.
We love beatboxers. We love to be crows.
Yeah,
that's the best one.
Wow.
I like that.
Did Ben Mirin coach you on your crow sound?
No, he didn't. But I would love for some Ben Mirin coaching. If you're out there, teach me some more bird
Do you know
sounds.
Ben Mirin, RJ?
No.
Quick shout outs to Ben Mirin. He is a birder on like another scale and a beatboxer.
Whoa.
So he's like an expert on bird sounds and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
He'll like do sets and he'll like feature specific kinds of birds in the beat, and like sometimes like birds will be like attacking him and like he's
like real birds?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just to be
Not
honest.
even real, no.
Okay. I didn't link those two comments
That would be
together
crazy
either.
though if he could like summon the birds.
Summoning the birds with my beat box.
Summoning the birds with my beat box. I'm summoning the birds with my beat box. I'm summoning the birds with my beat box. Summoning the birds with my beat box. You know I got that shit hopping, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know they come to me when I go ka ka, and they do my bidding for my pleasure. I got doves. I got pigeons. I give them hugs. I got eagles. Don Henley. All the birds are so friendly.
Oh, summoning the birds with my beat box.
Summoning the birds with my beat box. Summoning the birds with my beat box. I'm summoning the birds with my beat box.
Okay, I'm coming with the beat box, sounding so goody. Straight up woodpecker, they call me Woody. I'm so damn good, you know I'm about to switch it. I'm coming in dirty with the sounds like a pigeon. I'm disgusting, you trusting that I'm busting the low end. Wanna do that, you know those wings they are not slowing, because you know my beats aren't bumming. I'm summoning all the birds, especially the birds that's humming.
Summoning the birds with my beat box. Summoning the birds with my beat box. Summoning the birds with my beat box.
Oh, look over there with the bird with the beat box. Over there, it's the Is that an owl? It's a
Is that a pigeon? It's a Summoning the birds with my beat box. Summoning the birds with my beat box. Summoning the birds, summoning the birds, summoning the birds with my beat.
so many birds,
Summoning the birds with my beat.
covered in shit, and the bird with the beat box.
Summoning the birds with the beat box. Now, speaking of birds, the Superbowl was recently.
Yes, it was recent. It was a recent event.
It was a recent event.
Recent event. The big game happened. When I watched, I left after Rihanna's halftime performance because that was my Superbowl.
I left my party too.
You did?
She was done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
had
was
wings. I watched Rihanna. I was good.
That's it. That's all you need in life.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Wings and Rihanna.
And
That's
the
perfect
Benefer
combo.
ad was pretty good.
The what?
The Dunkin' Donuts Benefer ad.
I
That-
didn't
I don't remember that
see
one.
Ben
that.
Affleck.
Oh,
and
yes.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that one.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was him working in a Dunkin' Donuts, which shows just how aware they are of the meme of him looking miserable with his Dunkin' cup and a cigarette.
Oh.
It's more like a trend because it's like multiple pictures of him with the Dunkin', right? Always. So yeah, it's good.
And he did an interview that was like so empty, except for the fact that he was just like, I'm a simple guy. Like Dunkin', I get Dunkin' all the time. I'm simple. I like what I like. Like he did an interview about the ad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he like didn't say much other than just like, I like what I like.
Yeah. I mean, I dig that. I dig a dude who's just like, or a person that's just like, I'm simple. Like I'm plain. I'm doing what I'm doing. Here's my question for you: if you were driving up to that Dunkin' Donuts and there was Ben Affleck serving you food, would your first thought be, oh, this is Ben Affleck, or this guy kind of looks like Ben Affleck?
The second one, option B. That would be me.
I'd
be like, that guy looks exactly like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Because it would be so unexpected, and I have bad facial radar in general. Like, my girlfriend tells me regularly, she listens to this
She's
podcast.
like, it's me. I'm your girlfriend.
I'm your girlfriend. Stop kissing that woman that's my height. No, but like, I have really bad celebrity radar. So like, we'll be walking, and I'll be like, I think that was Alec Baldwin. She'd be like, that was definitely not Alec Baldwin.
Oh my God.
So if I walked up and it was actually Ben Affleck, I would be nervous that I was having a me moment.
I got you. Yeah.
Interesting.
I get that hesitation. Yeah. That makes sense.
What's your level of celebrity recognition radar?
I don't think I have the radar. Apparently they're everywhere, but I'm like, I don't really, I don't see them. I'm trying to think of like one celebrity that I might have seen in New York, and I'm like, no. Oh wait, I think I saw that actor from Dexter once.
Michael C. Hall.
I saw him once in the Upper West Side.
Oh, cool.
And I've seen Chris Rock a couple times, but I don't think it counts because I was in a comedy club. He wasn't doing comedy; he was just at the club. But I'm like, well, this is where you would see people like Chris Rock.
Right.
And he drops in a lot. Like he's known for, especially in the West Village. Was that where you were?
Yeah,
that's he loves to drop in at the cellar.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was, and I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, there he is. And then I was just like, let me just let him live his life. Yeah. So I don't really have great celebrity radar.
Speaking of celebrities, local celebrities are teachers. So back when you were children, when you saw your teachers out in the wild, outside of school, were you the type of kid that was like, hey, what's up, teacher? Or were you like, oh my God, that's my teacher, hide my face? Did you have an opinion about that?
I absolutely loved my teachers.
Hey,
I did. I would always say hi to them. And at some point in second grade, my mom was my teacher. So that was like, like annoying a little bit. But I was definitely, I would say hi to my teachers outside.
I saw Miss Langford at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And I remember saying hi, and she just looked so tired. And I felt bad. Like, I was like, okay, this doesn't have to be a long moment. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good judgment there. Teachers are some of the most tired people I've ever met. I'm around them all the time. Like, what are y'all doing tonight? I'm going home and drinking a bottle of wine. Okay, what are you doing tomorrow? Same thing. Same thing.
Sad.
Yeah,
but also, like, I get it.
Yeah. They're just so tired from working with the kids all day.
Yeah, no, kids are a lot.
Do you think that there is this is going to get into some potentially deep shit, and we can get out of it if we need to, but like, do you think there is a more sustainable way for the education system to run, like, so that the burnout rate on teachers isn't so high?
Actually, my somebody I'm following, a friend of mine on Instagram just posted this. She's a special education teacher, and she said that we should pay teachers kind of like we used to pay babysitters, like per kid per hour. So that way it's like, if you have 10 kids and you're getting $20 an hour for 10 kids, that's $200 an hour. And then if you're there for like 8 hours, then you be making bank. And they deserve that. They absolutely deserve that. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Thinking of it that way.
Yeah, I think you would, with that idea, because, you have some schools that do have like 10 kids in a class, and you have some schools that have like 30 kids in a class, 32 kids in a class.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, I think we have to figure out a way to take into account the quality of instruction that's going on in the classroom too.
Mm-hmm.
because it could be a potential situation where a teacher is there with that many kids, but depending on what's happening in the classroom, are the kids learning, and like what are they learning? Is what they're learning like very challenging or very rigorous or very thought-provoking? Are they conversating with each other? Or are they just working in like a worksheet and a textbook and stuff like that? So there's a lot of things to take into consideration with that. But overall, overarchingly, teachers should be paid more than what they're paid. And I think giving teachers a lot more flexibility with what they, like I currently work at a school where the teachers have a lot of flexibility with what they can teach, and they can choose how to teach it like the way they want to. So if they're like, okay, we're doing a Socratic seminar for this entire week, I gave you guys this thing to go over, we're going to talk about it just this one little bit, and we're going to go into deep detail into it. I think that enhances what's the word I'm looking for? Like investment in
engagement.
Yes, engagement from the teacher, and like investment in their position, that they are like, they're not conforming to this really set type of curriculum. But then I think that's when you get older. I work with high school kids. You know, the younger kids, they got to learn certain things.
Honestly, they just got to survive the day. You're just like, can you guys be in this room and not die? Like that's essentially what's going on when you're with the younger kids, because you're just like, how did that even
Right, that kid just swallowed a pencil. Like,
right?
How did you do that? I watched John Wick. It doesn't make any sense.
I used to be a substitute teacher. I would get all the crazy kids. But then I learned how to manage the crazy kids, because they didn't know that I'm also crazy. So I like speak their language. But even then, sometimes there would be a kid. I'd be completely stumped. I'd be like, yo, why is your whole head wet? Like, when did that happen? How did you come into this class with your whole head wet? Like, this is so strange to me.
I once worked at no names at all. I once worked at a school where I was watching a kindergarten class, and they had a restroom in the classroom. And
a restroom in the classroom?
Yeah, they do that. You have to do that for the kindergartners.
Yeah. Because
wait, so like literally, there's like a door in the room, and in the room is a toilet.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Like a separate room in the room. Yeah, for the toilet, for the bathroom.
Got it.
And I was watching the kids, and there was recess, and I was trying to behavior manage them, and then one of the kids just walked out of the bathroom, pants full down, like he said he needed help with something. And so I'm like, oh no, there's like a half-naked child right here. Let me help him. And it was like crazy, man. So much stuff going on in that moment. Speaking of kids, Rihanna. That's a true thing,
segue.
right?
Sure,
that was
we
like,
can change out of that lane.
What?
Yeah, so
what a like
Superbowl halftime.
Like Super Bowl baby reveal show.
Yeah.
Like,
and there was like some conversation at the party I was at about whether she was pregnant or not, because people wanted to be respectful of post baby body.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then like once it was confirmed, I felt like a collective exhale in the room. It's like, okay, it's like, yes, she's pregnant.
Yeah. I understood she was pregnant, but I was like, I'm just gonna let it be. Like, she could be pregnant. As a matter of fact, it's so epic that she's doing this performance with this baby. Like, can you imagine this baby's born like, that's me.
That's
and
me.
then, like, I'm at the Super Bowl.
That baby performed at the Super Bowl.
Yo, that baby performed at the Super Bowl. That's
how many
wild.
babies can say that?
I think that might be the only one.
Babyface. He's saying.
Oh, there we go.
I stand corrected.
All right. On that note, let's go into the home show. All right, we're gonna go into the North Coast. Oh, actually, do you want to play your?
Well, we're gonna wait for
Ralph to do that.
Yeah, for the Patreon, so we can just do like a shorter set and then get into that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do a short improv set. Anna, can we get a suggestion of anything at all? Tube. Okay. Hit it, Arabelle.
All right.
Do 1 and 3 here. Out here we have so much fun. Welcome everyone. We are in London.
We're in London.
We're in London. We're in London. We're in London.
Traveling through me, it's not hard. I'm a blue thing. I'm an oyster card. You're gonna use me. It's so groovy. You feel like you're in a James Bond movie with Kate Blanchett. Movie with Pierce Brosnan. That's the one that I think, and then I'm gonna ding ding ding
He's an oyster card.
I'm an oyster card. I'm an oyster card. I'm an oyster card.
Oh yeah, everyone wants to walk me. Yes, I'm the London Bridge. Oh ha hee. I go up and down. I make smiles. No, I never make no frown. Located across the River Thames, but it's spelled like Thames. That was forgiven. I mispronounced it a lot when I first went to London. I'm the London Bridge. I'm the London Bridge. I'm the London Bridge. I'm the London Bridge. I'm the
Oh, come on here, don't give it a snub. Drinking lots at me, I am the pub. I'm so great, you know you're frisky. Room temp beer instead of whiskey. It's so great, you're gonna have some fish and chips. Put that up to your lips if you like it, if you please. Fish and chips with a side of mushy peas. I'm the pub.
He's a pub. He's a pub. He's a pub. He's a pub.
Oh,
you were hanging out here in London.
All here gathering at Parliament. Boom, bing, boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
We are here today to discuss our Prime Minister, for he has been caught in a withering affair. Our Prime Minister was found at his sister-in-law's mansion on Coventry Gate. They were sitting having tea, and he gave her a peck on the cheek.
I knew it. I knew we never should have elected that governor or that prime minister.
Yes, we should have. Yes, we should have never elected him, as he had a strange gait, a long brow, and a stiff upper lip.
Yeah, you never trust a person with a strange gait, a long brow, and a stiff upper lip. Also, a weak chin.
A weak chin indeed. Abner Johansson, our Prime Minister, we're looking directly at you.
Yes, Abner. What do you have to say for yourself, Abner?
What do you have to... Are you disgraced? Will you be resigning?
I was just looking for some snacks.
Oh, and you found the snack in the face of your sister-in-law.
Yeah, your sister-in-law, Jerusha St. Pete.
Jerusha's got great snacks.
Well, it's clear that that's how you feel, as you were caught by the British tabloids, the paps as they call them. They zoomed in and caught a picture of you giving her affection on the cheek.
Yes.
I don't see how that impedes with my ability to do this role.
The moral relativism argument.
It's more about the optics of it, Prime Minister.
It's bad optics. What will Dubai say?
Yes.
What will the U.S. say?
Yeah.
What will Justin Trudeau say from the comfort of his bed?
Well, how can we lead a country if we're always wondering about what other countries are thinking? Why don't we lead the way? Right? That's how we become innovators.
With kissing our wives' sisters?
Yes. Are you saying that we should all willingly kiss our sisters-in-laws on the cheeks and DGAF?
Just open up your minds and your hearts to love. It's an expansion of love, and it has nothing to do with my job and my ability to serve this country.
You know what? I was staunchly against you when we first started, but what you're saying is making a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
Maybe. Yes, you.
DGAF. 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 Say what? DGAF. DGAF.
Say what?
DGAF.
Shout out to Shoreditch. DGAF.
So you're saying I don't give a fuck? I can go out there and do what the fuck I want. I can go and eat nude on the beach, and I'll say my job will never be out of reach. It won't affect my performance. I think everyone else should be informed about all of these changes. I don't even care if they think I'm deranged. DGAF. DGAF.
The new motto of London.
DGAF. DGAF.
Okay, now are you saying that I should take out a trident and stab President Biden? Yes. Are you saying I should eat fish and chips in the nude? I should be that dude in the middle of Covent Garden. I should walk out fully hearted. That's really wrong for me to say. But is that what you're getting at today?
Yes. DGAF. DGAF.
The new English way.
DGAF.
DGAF. Abner.
I don't want to keep hiding my love. You know, it's a blessing from above. You know, I just want to kiss my wife's sister. You know, maybe she make me a new mister with 2 wives.
Ooh.
And then we can enrich our lives.
Ooh.
You know, it's just how it be, you know, on this side of the sea.
DGAF. DGAF.
On this side of the pond.
DGAF. DGAF. The Atlantic. Now, I don't think that bridge is as impressive as they all say that it is.
Yes. I would say that it's a rather mediocre bridge. It's called the Millennium Bridge, but in all honesty, I think it should be called the Meager Bridge. How's you, as for Iphigenia? What do you think?
I've definitely seen better bridges.
Right.
Yes.
Definitely.
In the north, there's a bridge every 3 barns. And I have to say that Miriam and I have quite the sight at those bridges, whereas this bridge looks like it was chopped together using older bread.
It seems like it was designed by engineers from lower education areas.
Yes. Like those South London engineers.
Yes, those Blackheath, yep, that's it.
Yes, and the south of Canary Wharf.
Yes, yes, south of the river.
Well, that explains it. This bridge is just poorly built.
Poorly.
What does it say about us that we're constantly judging architecture? We should be putting our efforts to better uses, Iphigenia and Miriam.
What better uses could there be other than judging architecture that's not worth the quality of licking?
Yes, that's right. We need to make this bridge more lickable.
Oh, are you saying that that's how we can contribute our judgment of that bridge? Edible bridges? That is absolutely something I've never thought of before.
Well, I mean,
imagine if this bridge was made out of Jolly Ranchers.
But Iphigenia, wouldn't that be a massive security risk? The bridge would be licked and then the bridge would fall to pieces.
That's true. That is true. It would dissolve.
So
That
it would
be
have to be a non-eaten edible bridge.
Maybe just like a flavor. Maybe we hire someone to spray the bridge with flavor so people can lick it.
So it's a sprayed flavor bridge that doesn't melt when licked.
Yes.
I think we're getting way over our heads here.
well,
Potentially.
we need. Yes, I'm going to well you.
What is it, Miriam?
If we think about all the greatest people in the history of our world, think of all the greatest creations they've made. Leonardo da Vinci. If he didn't take a risk and make all that crappy shit he did before he actually figured out some good shit, we wouldn't be here. This bridge wouldn't be here. Cars wouldn't be here.
We could change the world if we think differently. Maybe this is the thing that gets us all to think differently.
Yes. And thinking differently is what we need to get these nasty southern Londoners to do. We need to change their minds.
We need to change their minds.
We need to change their minds. Because joy they will find. We need to change their minds. We need to change their minds. We need to change their minds. Because joy they will find. Yeah, you know, Miriam, I used to be a dancer. Now all I do is suck on Jolly Ranchers, making all the bridges nice and tight. You know they really good. You know they never fight. Yes, I like it so much. We're up from the north, and we are not Dutch. We came down here to South London town. I'm looking at all these bridges, and they're ugly to make me frown.
Really different.
We're making really different. We make it really different. Now we have more joy.
Oh,
we
we
make
have
it
more
really
joy. You know about to switch this. We're thinking completely differently about bridges. All three of us went to Cambridge, but now we're gonna cause a new sandwich. We're gonna have in our mind for sure a way to use Jolly Rancher so much more pure. We're gonna take the candy and build it up. We're like Apple, think different. Yup, thinking really different. Oh, this thinking.
We'll make it really different.
We'll make it really different. Ooh, yeah, think it really
They will have.
Ooh.
Any opinions on that?
Yes, if a yup.
I'd be more likely to visit the bridge if it was very tasty. And I would be likely to appreciate the bridge if it were covered in mace. I like that pepper taste.
Hold up. Wait a second. If a
It's not
Jediah.
edible, people will be screaming in the streets.
That's
Yeah,
true. You're right.
Mace?
That would be the opposite of what I was saying before.
Are you from South London?
Takes off mask. Oh, you have a mustache.
I always knew.
All right, that is our episode today. Shout outs to Heirloom.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the North Coast Podcast. We release a new episode every single week. So subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram at North Coast NYC. And also, if you like the show and you want more exclusive content and an exclusive Discord, check out our Patreon and subscribe to that and support the podcast. See you soon.
Bye.